Action rolls on here from the Championship Wrestling boiling point. It has been a wild ride so far, and we are about to be joined by arguably the most outspoken of the Premier roster members. Amazing Nate feels that he knows what's right and wrong about wrestling, and he feels like he should be able to tell you what you can and can't like.
Oh, hopefully he does that here. The town stinks.
Mattson and Bruce Gray have taken to calling themselves the business because they feel they're the embodiment of what the wrestling business is. But another thing that the business is all about is opportunity. AKIRA, a young man from Louisville area, looking for an opportunity tonight. His very first time in this part of the country, certainly brings a unique flair all his own. Certainly seems like a nimble young man.
He's very flexible.
But how's he going to fare against a, 22-year veteran, Nate Mattson?
Yes. Pride of Michigan. Yeah, the business.
The business. You like the business, don't you?
I do. I like the business, and sometimes you go into the office and talk the business and a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what? People were very rude to Nate Mattson. You know, he was just trying to tell them how their town smells like a dirty diaper. They're all garbage. They smell funny. They look funny. They sound funny, and they probably and they root for the wrong people. Now, what is so wrong about telling somebody all that?
I see. Well, I understand that AKIRA is a bit of a hybrid athlete. He can strike. He can dominate on the mat. He can take to the air. And Nate Mattson feels like that's also wrong. That's not what pro wrestling should be. These modern hybrid athletes with their different styles and their different walks of life, from combat sports and MMA and that type of deal. Nate Mattson just wants some good old-fashioned mat wrestling, and anything else is just isn't good enough in his book.
Well, he's definitely an authority, so he's one that I would go to. When I have wrestling-related queries of any sort, I get a hold of Nate Mattson, either in person or on the Twitter or the Facebook or what have you, or maybe a phone call. Why is Nate Mattson's opinion gospel? Well, because, you think of the Alex Shelleys and the Chris Sabins and so on and so forth, and he's the man responsible for it. They shouldn't call it Detroit. They should just call it Nate Mattson, Michigan.
What?
Maybe Mattson, Michigan. Go change the state name to Mattson.
That is the worst of ever heard.
Instead of the Detroit Lions, what if they had the Nate Mattson Lions? They'd be a Super Bowl contender.
That doesn't even make sense.
Sure it does. Nate Mattson inspires and all kind of athletes.
He inspires Bruce Gray. He's not inspired Sless Taylor, that's for sure. Sless and Nate are 1-1 against each other.
Well, I wasn't present for Sless Taylor's victory, so I don't think that counts.
And AKIRA getting some style points over Nate Mattson. Nice nip up.
Now, Nate Mattson ain't worried about nip-ups and style points and red hair and falderalls and tomfoolery.
How old are you?
I mentioned earlier, I do hang out with Thunder Kitty quite a bit.
Check out the agility of AKIRA trying to get out of this head scissors. Nice bridge. But Nate has it cinched in tight.
Flexible neck, but Nate Mattson has an answer for it. Oh, well.
There's a counter. Nicely done. I dig this kid.
Well, who asked you?
That's my job as the guy calling the show is to... Nate back in that scissors, though. That's that relentlessness of Mattson. Find something that works, you stick with it. Now AKIRA's got to work through all this energy to get out again. He does. Headlock takeover. If you were a young kid, you maybe weren't very experienced with Nate Mattson's style or maybe seen him live before, what do you think you'd need to do to beat him?
Well, you got to find out what Nate Mattson doesn't like, and you got to go for that. Now, I know what you're going to say. Oh, that's everything. I'm Joe Dombrowski. However, let me finish. I know that was an accurate impression.
Can I call the Muda lock and put over the amazing bridge and strength of AKIRA here before Nate gets to the ropes?
Please do.
Okay, finish your point.
Well, as I was saying, he's going to have to find out what Nate Mattson doesn't have an answer for, though, and that's going to be very difficult because Nate Mattson, even if he doesn't like it, he has an answer for it.
AKIRA's got an answer for the hip lock and got Nate over. Nicely done.
Nate Mattson is the Google of professional wrestling.
Meaning what?
Any question you could have, any topic of the sport, he will have an answer for it, and he can probably give you a bunch of results in the process. Hey, there's a result. Google elbow to the face.
He's like Google because his algorithm is skewed to one side. As Nate Mattson is hanging AKIRA out to dry here, that Dragon Sleeper variation, and AKIRA goes limp. His airways could have been cut off.
I love AKIRA's single as well. Hips don't lie. Nate Mattson ain't going to lie tonight.
I don't believe that's the same person.
I'm still focused on the Ashton Day Cambodian sellout at Cambodia Stadium.
What? Don't tell me you went to a Cambodian record store to look for a single.
I did. Cambodian Record Mart.
Original name. Neckbreaker by Nate Mattson. Deep hook of the leg for 2. What is going to happen when Nate Mattson and Sless Taylor are in the same ring once again?
Well, we're going to find out. He just said we're going to find out. He's going to learn what real wrestling's all about. Which, if Sless Taylor hasn't gotten enough at this point.
If Sless Taylor's not a quote-unquote real wrestler, how did he beat Nate Mattson?
Well, see, I wasn't here for that, so I can't give my expert commentary. It's when we see it live, I can analyze a little bit better. I didn't get to talk to Nate Mattson about it.
It's been a month. Don't you watch the shows?
Well, he hasn't given me an answer. Jay Worthington Farnsworth had told me that Sless Taylor had used some shenanigans. That's what I had heard.
Oh, not shenanigans.
Well, I would take that word.
You mean he shenaned right in that ring?
He did. He shenaned, and there were agains as well.
Well,
professional wrestling is not the place for shenanigans. You didn't see Lou Thez or any of them doing it. George Hackenschmidt, Eddie Grable.
Nate Mattson, the choke to AKIRA. Considering George Hackenschmidt's heyday was over 100 years ago, I can honestly say I've never seen George Hackenschmidt do any of those things that you claim. AKIRA trying to battle to his feet. Any hot news on where Bruce Gray is?
Bruce Gray is working and focusing on the business as he always does. I was just going to get ready to say AKIRA's showing some some impressive offense right now. The kid has definitely impressed me thus far, but we're in there against a veteran in Nate Mattson.
Oh, nice leg drop.
See, Nate Mattson can come off the ropes if he wants to. He knows its place.
He knows the ropes place. I never denied Mattson's athleticism. But he's not going to judge everybody else for wrestling differently. They're not wrong because they're different than him. That's not how this works.
AKIRA started this match not taking a gentleman's handshake. I believe that's what Nate Mattson was trying to encourage, and he called him trash. Now, how is that respecting the veteran?
Sometimes you got to earn respect to get respect.
Well, not if you're Nate Mattson. I've told you this.
Rules are different for him then.
Absolutely. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Mattson bringing the physicality, that's for sure.
This could be the start of something big. I'll tell you what it's going to be the start of, I believe.
Nate Mattson running knee lift, a Mattson staple.
Almost turned AKIRA's hair gray. Not Bruce gray.
Bruce wouldn't notice anyway. Nate Mattson looking to get his foot on the rope for illegal leverage. Referee saw that one coming a mile away.
Well, the ropes were in the way. What's he supposed to do?
I thought you just said he knew the ropes place.
Yeah, he was in that place where the ropes were.
Oh, come on. Talking out of both sides of your mouth.
Well, I do have two sides, so it's quite effective. I wonder if AKIRA has, I was going to say an extra side of energy, but apparently that's the case.
AKIRA with a headbutt.
I'll tell you, AKIRA goes up against anybody else who's not Nate Mattson, I might put my money on him.
And he's still got a chance.
No doubt about that. As you know, I'm a bit of a Nate Mattson fan in my day.
No, I haven't noticed.
Well, you know, I try and do my job professionally.
Well, everyone did. Missing with a swing and the kick. Mattson. Oh, it will drop. AKIRA, that STO, back heel trip, near fall. Half a count away. Mattson looking to send a message to AKIRA and Celeste Taylor and anybody that may disagree with his philosophy.
So the people that are wrong.
Says you.
Well, we agree. I can't think of two more reputable people.
Mattson going neck breaker. AKIRA out of the way. Oh, check out that agility. Wow. Unique kick, matrix counter. AKIRA pulling out all stops.
Going a mile a minute, flexible, using that to his advantage.
Martial arts strike influence, but and now with the back elbow. Walked up the ropes. Mattson winds up face first. This is offense we haven't seen before.
I'm going to say, AKIRA's revved up. He's ready to go. He's showing me something right now.
And Mattson is reeling in the corner.
I don't know if Nate Mattson would have an answer to that. I'm sure he's seen it. He's seen everything, but...
Oh, the elbow. Why AKIRA caught Mattson coming in. Look at this. Double arm suplex. Mattson landed on the back of his head. 2 count only.
You ask me, what does AKIRA have to do? And he's showing us right now. Being as innovative as possible, trying to show a 20-plus year veteran something that he hasn't seen in his wheelhouse. Now, I'll be honest, there are a few things I have never seen. That's very impressive.
Mattson was the victim of a German suplex. Nate counters. Point of the elbow. Right to the side of the jaw.
Good way to hyperextend a knee.
Yeah, AKIRA gets hung up. And thankfully, Nate didn't go for the cheap low blow, but certainly connected with the knee of AKIRA. Any kind of... Oh, wait a minute. That's that Nate Mile. We saw that put away Celeste Taylor a couple of months ago. And AKIRA, you can add him to the list. Well, the veteran Mattson pulls it out again, but will he be so lucky when the Celeste Taylors of the world stand up for the style of wrestling that they believe in and they feel passionately about?
Well, Nate Mattson showed tonight why he is right, why all the punk children are wrong, and why we should all take a page out of the book of Nate Mattson and do things the right way. Definitely an impressive showing by AKIRA. I'd love to see This kid a lot more here in Premier to see who he can mix it up with. But your victor right there, Nate Mattson and the business.
Men that feel they're synonymous with the business and are taking on the namesake, recreating it in their image.